What time is it? And it's not your regular time. We just look at a clock and you're like, oh, I know what day it is. What's time of the day? I didn't ask you for that. We're talking about big chunks of time. I have this number right here. I define it as the clock of humanity. Any progress humanity makes, we move forwards within that clock. And I'll tell you how it works. We start with society, socialism. Why? Because we agree not to hurt each other. That's what we agree. That's the most baseline thing. That's where humanity starts, life starts. It agrees not to hurt each other. The next step is communism. Is ability to communicate ideas or whatever. Transaction of information first, and then trading second, which is trading. The third thing, basically. Socialism, communism for communication, and now we have capitalism. Trading. It always happens. This cycle always happens like that. There's no way out. Water, earth, fire, wind. What's the last number that represents something? Governism, also known as establishment. There you go. Wait, you don't know governism? You only know authoritarianism? Man, your authorities are assholes if they make you type that word sometimes. They sure did to me. This is the clock, specifically, right? We move forward, but we also scale across different numbers. So this is like literally like huge amounts of time, maybe like 30 years. And 30 years have passed. We have came from communism into capitalism. Everything is privacy. If you understand the power of this word, your mind will be blown of where are we right now in this world. In fact, if you watch my channel, Jack's films lost privacy. But how could this ruin his life? But it does. Privacy is the greatest assets in this world right now. For NPCs, unfortunately. Just for NPCs. If I know what you did, oh no, it's over. We're gonna lose our privacy and we're gonna exchange it for technology. At least NPCs. And this is what I want to talk about. The NPCs gaining technology, they move forward. Potentially. This is the apocalypse. We live in an 8-year transition, and I am fucking dying from it, bro. If you're not dying from the apocalypse, what is wrong with you? You know, it's everywhere. Literally across the entire world, there's an apocalypse. I might as well just fucking click on this video just to show you across the entire world, no exceptions. Just like COVID. Apocalypse, just everywhere. Like a virus. Blanket itself and now drilling holes in people's everywhere bodies, bro. Until they just give up. But you're not supposed to give. We are put under pressure to be able to push entire humanity across into the new era. Otherwise, everything falls apart. So, I will attempt to push once more. Every upload I make is a push. Well, Mr. Beast is a little bit of an enemy because he's a 3. He wants to, but hopefully he's just a businessman and he's going to stay out of his way to influence. NPCs to be private. Here's more homes. No, Mr. Beast, you're giving too much privacy to these people. Holy shit, man. That is dangerous now. Giving other people privacy is dangerous. Don't do it. Don't give free privacy. If there's a threat that they will use privacy against you, you must not give it to them anymore. That time is over. NPCs gotten too powerful and evil. Usually they are the ones who will get in your way of humanity moving forward because they fell in love with the three. They don't want to change the three. They are the ones who have to change the NPCs. At some point, the clock will demand 2 changes. 2. NPCs and businesses will have to change. Holy shit. You know, these are apocalyptical changes. Everything that changes, like, will trigger some kind of, like, massive wave. And only, like, the strongest of people can actually withstand the change and make it happen. Because if you want to survive, like, you're going to get to see the change, and you will be alive to see it if you don't lose sanity or whatever, right? We will be losing sanity very fast with the 4, with the establishment of AI, of just, like, very convenient generators of information, technically. Information clustered together, generating things, giving you all the information you need personally, turning us into fucking robots because we will know way too much all of a sudden. We can educate ourselves, kind of. The problem is the education system is not here. Is that missing number, if you notice. There's a missing number. People have to be educated. People have to be forced to learn about the 2, about the knowledge. We know privacy. We get privacy. We close our doors and nobody fucking sees us anymore, and we can do whatever we want, right? Then we learn establishment of, like, police, government, medics, all that technically should be free. We learn about businesses very quickly because that's where we buy our fucking stuff and visit places that sell different things, blah, blah, blah. One thing people might forget that we live in a fucking society. Alright? Most important of all. That we still have to, you know, not harm each other. We really have to try not to harm each other. It's hard. Alright? And a lot of people forget. Unacceptable. But we understand that that's what has to be done, right? In society, people generally understand this is a very basic rule. It actually gets more complicated. Like, for NPCs, life is quite complicated. Like, they have to go through a lot because they don't have much. So they just kind of, like, picked up by the wind and by the changes and all these stuff. But in reality, all you have to do is just be social and, like, be nice to people, and everything will be fine, right? But to put yourself in that position where that just works out, where? Because everything eventually turns into a conflict, I imagine. Only if you're very smart, if you've been through a lot, like celebrity level people, they can socialize. And socialize obviously means a lot more than that. You know, sex without harm, or, like, you know what I mean, abuse. Socialize means a lot more than communicate, okay? It's not just talking. But this cannot be forgotten. Now, I still don't know why it's important. Maybe it's because you're gonna come across people that have a personality of a 2, and you wouldn't necessarily understand what that means, like what it means to be angry. Why would you be angry? You just work, life is easy, everything is simple, right? But no, that's not what it is, you know? So maybe a big part of humanity is to understand anger, to not forget that it exists, and it's actually a very useful thing to push you forwards, to be motivated, to not be bored, angry at something, so you build your own thing. This is why I say a lot of things are bullshit, especially boredom. Not doing anything with your life. You lack knowledge. You lack the 2. And you're not going to get it from any business, any establishment, or society. No one's going to tell you what to do. You have to figure that shit yourself, and you still must not harm other people. This is your responsibility. It's not the responsibility of the time itself. You know, we have lost communism long time ago. People fucking hate me. And that's a good thing because I want them angry. I want them to at least acknowledge that I exist. You know, I'm waiting for another communism. Fuck yeah, dude. We're gonna have the biggest communism in the universe, bro. Eventually. I hope you understand how this clock works, right? 1 1, 1 2, 1 3, 1 4, 2 1. Binary decimal? It doesn't have a name, doesn't it? What is the name of 1 2 3 4 numbers cycling? I have to say 0 to 3 because they usually use 0. 0 1 decimal, blah blah blah. Quaternary. Stupid word. Quaternary. But yeah. Just like quad, bro. Let's call it quad. Quad is nice. Humanity doesn't even have a fucking quad right now. Our communication has failed. I have so much knowledge ready to go. I'm also dying too. And I might want to be saved by someone. I am NFT, guys. Please buy me for $1 million. You can purchase me. I swear. It's crazy. The world is crazy. And the thing that I'm dealing with is noise. It triggered me to think about something, though. The NPC types. The 4 NPC types that will suffer across the apocalypse. And what's going to happen to them. But in the overall, like, the transition is always super interesting. I bring up the clock very, very often. I just saw it. It's crazy. I put it together. And I saw it, like, moving forward. Naturally. One thing changing the other. Establishment. Back into society. Because we established something greater right after. Society, pure society, like an island. Then where they start communicating of like, there's only 5 of us. We have to do something cool, you know? Then they build those cool things and start trading even cooler things. And then they establish some kind of a center. Maybe it's for parties, I don't know, man. But then they realize, what if we try to leave the island and seek other lands? Establishment communicates with the world itself. Escape society that you're stuck in. Maybe there's more world, maybe more living beings out there, and we have to try and communicate. We have to turn them from aliens into something reasonable. Like, the world has been evolving for so long, and science tells their own story, but my numbers tell that story much better. Just numbers. Fucking numbers, bro. Numbers that represent elements, actually. But still, numbers. Quads, numbers. Better than what science. Dinosaurs? Get the fuck out of here. What dinosaurs? When did that happen? Yep, it did happen. If we use my numbers, that happened over there. Dinosaurs have been destroyed. The biggest creatures ever, bro. The biggest capitalist that ever existed got established. You know, it's just part of history, just like how they want it to be. Oh, so cute. If dinosaurs ever existed, because they exist as a something. I don't know. I could tell quite a bit of history across these years. Maybe when World War were happening, we were like escaping communism or something like that, and it finally destroyed it. Communication with weapons, bro. But that's what it is. It's just a lot easier to communicate when you use weapons. At least against NPCs, bro. At least insignificant people. NPCs are crazy, bro. Like, you don't understand. They're soulless creatures. They don't have a purpose in life. They always lose it. And they only regain purpose when we transition. They're like, oh, it's something new to do for a couple of years, and then they forget about it, forget about the past, and then start losing their soul again. That's what will happen to NPCs, bro. They just will forget the past. They'll forget that we never really had phones since capitalism, privacy. But privacy? Phones, baby. Everyone pick up phones right now. Oh, they're getting better and better and better and better and better and better and better. But at the same time, privacy is getting more and more and more expensive, as you can tell. Why? Because it's a limited resource. Privacy is a limited resource. And people want more. I want to do everything I want in private. No one's gonna stop me right now. All right? I should have like 3 dudes sitting next to me and listening to me speak, basically. I don't require privacy necessarily unless I want to improve myself, right? But at the same time, I probably should have 3 dudes just sitting there listening, maybe pitching something in, thinking about ideas. Cool. Podcast, right? That's how podcasts work. But instead, I have privacy and too much privacy, and it steals money from me, basically. It steals love interest. It does a lot of bad things. Privacy breeds fear. Like, you don't understand. It gets expensive. Spiritually, physically expensive. Emotionally, you have less friends. Like, all the resources just start dwindling because you're spending that on privacy. And every day that you are private is that much more expensive. This is why everything is going more expensive, and people don't understand. They just gonna fucking come up with some stupid ass idea that someone is being greedy, someone is being conspiring on them, population reduction, whatever. But we're all just people. We're all just stupid assholes who want privacy. We're all greedy for the same thing. All the NPCs are fighting for the same stupid fucking thing and making it hell of an expensive right now. This is so expensive now that it's the apocalypse. You want privacy? Okay, the government just got pissed off. Welcome to 2020, boys. Government was pissed. You want privacy? Oh, the entire world is under pandemic right now. Put on your mask to have more privacy and stay in your homes to have more privacy, you pieces of fucking shit. And I quit, man. I quit. The government just quit. Fuck you guys. You want privacy? You don't want to talk to me? You don't want to come here and have a chat? Fuck your privacy. Eat it. Eat it off your fucking floor. That's what government actually did. I can actually explain the world through the lens of privacy given to you. Because take it. It's bad. It's now bad and expensive. You don't need privacy. I'm sorry, bro. You fucking asshole. I will shed my skin, bro, to try and remove privacy off of me because it burns me, it destroys me. All my knowledge is lost because I'm privacy. I am a person who nobody cares about, no matter what I say. Please subscribe, by the way. Shed my privacy. All right, shed other people's privacy. Hang on tight, baby. This is a fucking mess. 2020, baby. What happened in 2021? Government is like, oh, I have an idea. And then they did the John Cena. I can't tell you what the John Cena is, but you have to take it so the virus does not spread. You have to take the John Cena. All right? And John Cena punches you in the face, basically, when you take it. And it's like, but why did I want it to get punched in the... Well, I told you to, all right? Because virus will stop spreading. You just take a punch in the face. Yeah, virus will stop spreading, bro. Yeah, I swear. That's what government told us. And we believed it, but not everyone wanted to believe, but we had to believe because it's censorship, okay? It's John Cena. He will punch you in the face. COVID disappears. End of story, okay? That's what I came up with. Stop saying anything else. It's gonna happen, bro. Just take the punch. It's fine, bro. We have 3 years left to survive the apocalypse. But you got to keep your sanity, bro. You got to keep your soul. You're watching my videos. Congratulations. You're in it. We're winning, bro. I have an idea. It's not just one John Cena. How about take 3? Take 3 John Cenas. Oh, COVID never ends. Wow, I love it. I loved it. It's good. Let's do it again. Psycho ended. And then Russia's like, it's me, big boy. Me attack Ukraine. Why attack you? Stop asking questions, bro. Russian attack, bro. Russian attack. Russian always attack. But your people are dying, Putin. No Russian attack, okay? Stop telling me things, bro. Russian attack. But what about privacy, Putin? That's exactly what I'm talking about. And Putin is like, that's exactly what I'm talking about. No one actually knows why I'm attacking Ukraine, and no one will figure out because no one will even interview me. Isn't that crazy? No one will even come to Russia to interview me, even though Russia has no laws against that. Wow! Who would have thought, right? I can just attack Ukraine and nobody will know why. Everyone's just gonna be scared. That's so awesome, guys. I love that shit. Putin, you fucking weirdo, man. What happened to you? Why are you so bold? I know, right? I know, right? Just no one will know. Just no one will fucking know. They will die not knowing what killed them. Isn't that crazy? Oh, oh my god, what's going on, man? 2023. After a year of fighting with Russia, we're like, fuck it. Inflation. That's a lot worse. What happened here, man? Why did my food prices become 3 times larger? And my food is 3 times smaller. Inflation. Ego inflation? Question mark. If Putin can do it, maybe I can do it too. Maybe I can just increase prices and no one will know why. And even though that sounds stupid, no one will know why. And even nobody knows why, no one will know why. I'm trying to buy myself some time so I can buy myself a Tesla. Businesses just went fucking ego. Draining the last pennies you fucking have. And then it's like, shit, we have to raise rent. We can do it now. It's not COVID anymore. We can raise prices, actually. But so much money goes to Ukraine, guys, I swear. I'm not lying, man. But what about privacy? Well, businesses have privacy. We don't know what the fuck they're actually doing to us. That's the whole point. It's business practice. We're not going to disclose anything that's going on. But that's what it is. The businesses are leaving because they have burned reputation. They went ego. And anyone that goes ego burns their reputation because they go crazy. And they don't care. You know, I go crazy, I don't care. I can do a lot of fucking stupid shit right now. And it's like the video would be over and I wouldn't care. That would be ego. You know, I just do whatever I want. It's like, oh, okay, let's put this on top of here and that over here. And it means it contributes nothing to the video. That's what businesses are doing. Just like, I will do whatever I want now. Inflation, yes, that benefits me. I will do it. I will not tell why, because I don't need a why. I don't need no why. I'll just destroy myself, said every business ever. What the hell happened there? 2024. Russia is still attacking, businesses are still destroying themselves, everything's still stacking, government has left long gone. You want some John Cena, though? I can give you John Cena. There's pandemic around the corner all the time, it seems. Every single end of year announces some new pandemic. It's gonna happen, I swear. It's pandemic, but guys, don't forget. Don't forget, I still pandemic in here right now. Whoa! What has happened in 2024? The purge year. All right, what happens to privacy? Who now uses privacy as a weapon? All right, government has used privacy to put you in self-jail. You know, you're locked, bro. You're locked in your home. There's nothing you can do. Enjoy your privacy, bitch. Putin and the gang of capitalists, which is Indians. Most Indians control all the businesses. Just so you know, right? They control most of the businesses. So Indians were like, raise prices. I like it. I don't need a why. I don't need why. It's very good. Very good, raise price. Rice price. Purge year begins at 2024. We have lived through that. Congratulations, boy. So what happened? What people did? Suddenly, they went wild. All around me, motorcycles are buzzing, bro. Children are playing fucking crazy. When I say children playing, just boom, boom, and screaming and running around, just boom. Trying to match some kind of fucking noise demon, summoned noise demon, bro, around me. That was around me. What was happening in the world, though? Well, farmers have risen. I was trying to collect what purge was happening, and it's very difficult. Until blue screen of death happened, and Trump got almost shot. Like, something happened to people and people's perspective of what they can and cannot do. Maybe they got that anarchy sense of, I live once and I am a bullet, kamikaze style, bro. Let's fucking go. Whatever happens, I'm gonna just sacrifice myself for the greater good of just like boom explosion. Terrorism all over the place and corruption because government is just like gone, you know, it doesn't actually care to respond too much. So it's just like, what the hell is going on? People have way too much freedom all of a sudden. And they use privacy as a weapon, you know? But I'm still trying to piece together, like, how can we define purge here just as easily as capitalism attacks, government attacks, communism attacks? I need to figure out what it means. It was the election here, we know that much. And we managed to convince each other of like, we need change, we need to kick out libs from the office and actually do something productive. The whole world, you know, is following the American elections. Is that one event that matters. That one election that is democracy. The drama doesn't speak volumes either. We have skibbity drama and hightail drama. So I think it's good to unpack this first, and then we understand what 2024 was about. Maybe it's intentionally more complicated. Technically, you could take a step back, and a lot of vigilantes kind of did a lot of fucking weird shit, you know? That's what Purge is. Vigilante horror, you know? You just never know. With privacy, anyone can be ultimate game changer, you know? But instead, it obviously turns into noise. It's not that deep, right? In privacy, you can think you're the smartest and that your ideas are the best. But in privacy, you can also be recruited to do something evil. So you never know which is a vigilante and which one is just a government recruit to do some bullshit things and they accept it. I don't know what Luigi's up to, bro. It's weird. Turning into a distraction. It's a good topic of like healthcare, billionaires, leeching money, but you can see the purge has shifted the capitalism attention from capitalism into like, whoa, we can kill billionaires, guys. We need more Luigis, and maybe it's what solve problems, but at the same time, privacy's the problem. You know, it's what creates all these ideas that we can just kill billionaires and everything is gonna be fine. This is the thing that's told you that, and I think it's very good, right? We can just kill Trump and everything will be fine, guys. We're just gonna win election then, 100%. We can just kill computers and everything will be fine. People will stop hate commenting on my videos. Black, blue screen of death. Let's go, baby. Because of computers. No, it's clearly because of privacy. And it's like, government does not take your privacy away. They don't care that much. They offer you alternatives of where you can be, but that's not necessarily removal of privacy. They don't interact with that shit. Unless you offend them and don't pay taxes or some bullshit like that. Taxes for the government is just like care, you know. You gotta care. Everyone has to care. Everyone has to pitch in. Whatever, right? Vigilantes try to change the world. What if we lived without computers for a little bit, guys? I swear. I'm very interested. He didn't knew, very likely, that it's gonna cause so much havoc in the systems. It felt like a vigilante move, felt intentional, right? I don't like computers anymore. I'm tired of that shit. I am tired of Trumpy boy. I'm tired of all these billionaires running around. It's crazy, man. And wanting to get our labor and give us money. I hate these billionaires. They want to give us money. Wait. That's not how it works. Billionaires want money for labor? What? See how weird it is? What the fuck billionaires give in return? It's just we have the money system and it eventually fucking rots. It feels like money is fire. Because the sentence, it makes no sense. Like, what do billionaires give? Billionaires give item to... They don't give jobs because they themselves make profit. The money trickles up. I'm not exactly sure how to put it together. In a way, like, what billionaires actually give is a good idea in place. Or some ideas are bad, and you're not supposed to give money. Some billionaires are scammers, mega scammers, and technically get exposed. Just like lefties expose themselves for wanting to kill someone. Oh, wow. That's too bad. And tech giants expose themselves that they have crazy vulnerabilities that could crash everything, and we cannot just trust them too easily. We have to back things up and not update before it's fully tested, you know? It's crazy. We're here to learn a lot. Like, it turns... All of these vigilante stuff turns into communication between us of like, this could be a potential flaw. Like, that's how I call the purge year. The year of exposed vulnerabilities. To talk about, technically, we can strengthen them a lot more, and it's going to be a lot more difficult. It's definitely like a year of like good discussion to be had. Where's the threat, right? Like inflation or COVID, where's the threat? Well, COVID was not really a threat, it was just a bunch of lies. Please don't censor me for that. I just said one word next to COVID, like, and I'll make a big deal out of this. Lies and given to you as privacy. Because you don't want it. You don't want privacy that much. But the government is like, well, you like it so much, you're going to have too much of it. All right? But you have to come to us for that John Cena moment. You know, I got to smack it into you. You got to still line up, bro, for that John Cena. When we're going to get our privacies removed again. Isn't that great? So this comes as a wave. And the wave of vigilante moments, I mean, has risen to the very top, and we put Luigi on the very top, which is kind of fucking ridiculous, right? What the hell? Now, we should also try to translate everything into, like, China and Europe. Like the pandemic, something to do with China, and the purge, something to do with Europe. It's hard, though. We already talked about Russia and India taking over. That's easy. Because they're all up in your face with that. I just know, like, most viruses are fear. You can spread fear. China can easily spread fear about anything. They just know how to do it. Maybe they research that shit. A lot more than actual things that we care about. The research of fear is just a real thing. It's the most real thing, the most human thing. To research fear, like, that's what you would do as a scientist, actually. That's how you would create viruses and a lot of crazy things. This domino effect, your research of like, oh wow, this triggers people this much. Let's meme it. Meme virus. Let's meme something so fucking hard. And the meme was, you want more privacy? Let's give it to them, you know? Let's force them into privacy. Force the people to spend time alone. With the purge, like, now you're on your toes. Now anything could be happening and you have to kind of react to it. You might be able to stop a vigilante from doing stupid shit and save someone. I mean, that's a pretty big deal. Imagine if that billionaire was saved by someone. That would be so cool. The AI made some breakthroughs, but it's just technology. I feel like it's not a part of Apocalypse too much. It doesn't actually. It just teases us with like, yeah, we could get better and better things if we survive. There's more reason to live. Technology improving, absolutely. To the point where, like, to the most 2020 was privacy overload. To me, nothing changed. I got enough privacy. I can't get any more. You know, I have to use it as a resource as best as I can. It's technically loneliness epidemic, right? You become lonely, but in privacy, you can become lonely. You can go insane or whatever. But you just kind of have to deal with that. It's just how it goes. And don't waste you will waste privacy if you make noise. So I think what's happening in this year, a lot of people are pushed into like extreme loneliness almost. Extreme sort of like isolation. And they don't know why and then what makes them like tick into anger and whatnot. Often enough, like problems stag because you're lonely, and loneliness is like an actually draining thing in a lot of ways because problems just keep happening, and you don't know how to solve them. You want more people to care, but you're lonely, so not enough people care. You're stuck in that situation, and you can go insane. You can go vigilante on anything, just want to do a big thing in life, want to do a historic thing, is self-sacrifice because like life puts you in prison for way too long. You could say incel apocalypse, but like, come on. Some people know what to do with privacy. Some people are, well, incels waiting to explode. You don't know which one is which, unfortunately. Now, moving on, we have 3 more years to talk about. Starting off with 2025, MASH. The Vortex here, which I talked about extensively. People suicidal in 2 different ways, right? So suicidal people rise, right? They're slightly better than other people, but they're not patient enough to wait across the entire apocalypse. They want to solve a problem now, and they think they know how to solve it. It's miserable because they don't. They know how to make people talk about the problem. That's the funny part. They know how to do that. It's a self-sacrifice, and we have to respect it. It still makes a wave, you know? All these vigilante deaths right now. There's different type of vigilante, though, that's gonna happen in the Vortex here. Self-sacrifice of a standing person. He's gonna stand there and sacrifice. You take this from me, you take that from me. They will just give everything away. Not their entire bodies, like Jesus. My body is bread. Who is the cannibal around here? I want to give my body away right now. People will give themselves away, not in a sexual way, in a way that they will make the biggest party that never ends. They will burn their fucking money to the ground, to the ashes, creating a vortex of people wanting to be a part of that suicide. We have seen one of those examples already. The year has started very clearly. And everyone has seen, I slept with 100 men and I want more. I want to sleep with 1,000 men now. Who wants to sleep with me? That is a vortex, my friends. And I think this video can just nicely end, right? Because it really hits you with that time is moving forward. Every year is a new year. We're doing something completely different every single year. And this is the apocalypse. I can see it clearly. It's privacy, destruction. These people, they cannot be honest of what they're going through. They just want to die with it, you know? They want to keep it in private. Just like these vigilantes, they want to keep it a secret until everything goes boom. And look at the spectacle. I try to solve this problem. But if you want to solve a problem, you have to be loud and proud about it and take action by, you know, attempting to solve the problem in different ways that don't harm anyone. Especially yourself, the person who is interested in solving the problem in the first place. It's crazy. All right? Do you need more proof about Vortex here? I don't know if I have any proof right now. I'm looking at South Korea right now, what they're up to. Something interesting. Fog is happening. Just weird shit is happening. I can't quite put it together just yet, right? I just know that one person exists that just clearly on a suicide mission to sleep with 1,000 men. Good enough for me. I will run around these vortexes to see if I can find one. There's a Vex Bolt, but I can't put it together into like a suicidal person yet. Like obviously the real suicidal people, they're gonna be like their own stories, like the unique story. I cannot predict them. They have to have already happened. And there's not enough time for a crazy story like that to brew. It's just a good start, you know, like it will give an idea to people of what to do to themselves. A woman sacrificing looks like her having sex with a bunch of men. Makes sense, right? But it shouldn't be sexual. That's what I said, man. It shouldn't be sexual. That is the problem. That's like a misconception in a way of what a vortex actually is. It's very similar, but it cannot be sexual because a lot of people wouldn't be able to perform that sort of stuff. It's like hopeless kindness that attracts a lot of people. It spreads like wildfire because you want the free stuff and you don't really care about that person, and they're kind of killing themselves with that. This is something to look out for. That's all I can say. I need a good ending, though, for this. PewDiePie Vortex. Most of the vortexes actually are the opposite, is for you to sacrifice yourself, of course. Most of the things are going to be selfish, and will ask you, it's like, you should sacrifice your time and read books and whatnot. It's a vortex. And someone's going to be the beast of the vortex and sacrifice themselves a lot more. In a way, PewDiePie is in the middle of it, right? Sacrificing himself by reading books, which is not exactly what you should be doing right now. Buying Prime, Lunchly, buying this stupid show is a vortex. Spending money is a vortex, obviously. There's some very easy ones to find that always kind of existed, kind of were always a problem. Vortex is technically, if you jump in, it's hard to get out. You know, you can turn into addiction. I saw something. Loneliness can turn into addiction. Look at that. I need to listen to that. This is very interesting.
All alone.
Yeah. The rat thing. Okay. It always brings up that shit. You have privacy, so you can do whatever the fuck you want, right? You can get high, you won't get in trouble. But you're gonna fall behind. You don't understand, you gotta keep up with everyone else. In this case, the rat is not only alone, it's isolated. We are lonely. We can still go outside and sort of still see what people are up to and whatnot. But this is isolation. And it's a lot worse. Where you would press the buzzer that would electric shock you and whatnot. You would do all these painful sensations because you're in a suicide loneliness moment. And you would do some vigilante shit if there was ability to purchase a gun against a scientist or whatever. You would just go for it, bro. They missed that part where you can buy a gun because you're American, rats.
In this way.
Yes, everyone knows that now.
So what was it that made me have people addictions? A lack of purpose and motivation.
Yeah, that's because you don't have enough knowledge. That you have to fight addictions, like they're useless to you, and there's a lot of things to do, actually, in life. And then you're not gonna feel lonely because you understand you have to communicate, learn all these things, all these skills stack up, and they make you a better human being. Like, if you keep on moving and motivating yourself, finding a purpose, bro, you can still do it. You can still find a purpose. Loneliness is not gonna cause that. But again, loneliness and that it's private. It's always privacy, bro. Privacy causes loneliness. All right, it's too much privacy. Too much. Too much is the apocalypse. Too much. That's why apocalypse is happening, and we're offering a change to the world. I'm offering that to myself. I'm like, the change is gonna happen, and I have to, appreciate it because the world is gonna change. It's gonna open up some opportunities for me, new people to discover. Right? They might look at me a different way and push me a lot more forwards. Especially because I was active during the apocalypse. I didn't fucking sit around on my ass and do nothing. They might discover me and be like, wow, this guy's pretty cool. So too much privacy leading to loneliness and then leading to a lot of other problems. And loneliness can be renamed as isolation. brewing crime, brewing all these painful things inside yourself, causing yourself pain and thinking that painful way is the way to solve problems. Even Luigi in the manifesto said something along those lines, that killing people is completely fine and justified because that's what happens when they get scammed. They kind of. But the real solution is not to attack the CEOs, is to attack the people who hurt themselves with the healthcare system, who get sucked into it, who don't know better. It's about building tools to help them escape the vicious cycles, building the mindset of what it's like to find healing. Because healing is the most powerful property of a human being. We can heal. By the way, I almost see every black person with perfect white teeth. It fucking scares me, bro. Are there black people or white people? I don't understand. Aren't we basing that on teeth? I'm a black person, right? Based on teeth. I'm Asian right now. It's gonna be a black person soon when I grow up. Maybe teeth kind of represent healing as well, our ability to heal and tap into that. Who knows where that is exactly? I don't know if we should be excited about a vortex here because it's gonna suck you into a lot of different things. It's gonna give you offers. I got an offer from the Sanity Machine. I talked about the dude, and he indirectly, through his commenters, offering me to chat with him, and I don't want it. We're banned, mutually banned. Like, we can't talk to each other. That's not how it works. You have to first respect me too. Like, he was disrespectful. It was on his part that I got banned, so he has to come to me, not the other way around. It's crazy, but he did that to himself, and now he wants me to come to him. Like, fuck that shit, right? You have to understand, on the internet, it still feels like this come to me mentality where there's distance between people. There's like, you have to ask and do things their way, like, it's fucked up. I have a clean Discord. Anyone can pop their head in and start talking to me. It's not that fucking difficult. But if they find it difficult, then you're the problem. So Vortex is already like opening up, apparently. And I'm seeing them much more vividly than I was able to see the Purge. Right? Because I was still questioning, like, what counts as a Purge point? It's obviously not that simple. There's also size attached to all of this. One Purge point cannot be equal to this Purge event that probably is worth 5. Usually, the bigger the event, the longer people talk about it. So, it's easy to apply a lot of Purge points over time. But this alien shit, alien drones, bro, it's a vortex. People talk about it like it's the greatest conspiracy of all time, like they have secrets. And the way they talk on TikTok now, it turns into a vortex. They're like, check this out, check this search. Secretly, though, Dior bags, like, no one's gonna censor us, TikTok can't possibly censor us. We will get to the bottom of this. Of all these conspiracies. And technically, yeah, lefties would want to censor everyone and to do their thing and just mess around with the world the way it is, but yeah, we had to eliminate them too. We're sort of like, we eliminated lefties, bro. Do you understand? In 2024, it was that moment where we just fucking kicked lefties out of the game. Every single lefty, when they opened their mouth, they sounded stupid all of a sudden. I'm like, what the hell happened? You guys are knocked out. You're not gonna be bothering us anymore. That's crazy, all this LGBTQ, whatever, transformers, bro, transparent, transporters, none of that's gonna bother me anymore. Holy shit. Gender neutrality? What are your pride pronouns? including Jacksonville. Like, Jacksonville's a fucking lefty, you know? Oh, he's a Trump voter. What the fuck? You think people vote for Trump specifically to vote for Trump? Like, are you fucking insane? Is that it? Is that all you think people do? That's what voting system is for? Just to vote for a dude that they have seen before? No, it's like dude is promising something. Dude has built personality. And dude has kicked out the lefties by existing. It's just, that's what it is. And you can have the same dude who promise the same things and you might win the election. That's all it takes, you know? It's still about that dude, bro. The cool dude that's gonna have a little bit more power to tell people what to do to. Yeah, 2024 was like really challenging year for me. You can definitely find that across my channel, perhaps. Some stories I shared, some things I've done. It was nasty. By the way, not only that, it suppresses my channel. When I am weak, my content is weak. It just doesn't, it synchronizes, unfortunately. I cannot put full focus on doing my content when I'm weak. So does something good happen if we kicked out lefties, if we figure out that Russia's weak and not to be feared of, and businesses are scumbags and we have to compete harder or something? Take back the control. Microsoft must die. Monopolies have to be destroyed and defeated. It is. Maybe we're getting clarity. Maybe most of us getting clarity that like privacy is bad. And now that we have this clarity, we can act upon it. Every single time we learn something. And now we're in like this tipping point where privacy is bad for most people. The loneliness epidemic, like everyone we're talking about it since COVID started, privacy is bad, just keeps getting more and more clear that you can't just shed your privacy and finally go back to normal. That's not going to work because privacy, too much privacy keeps on continuing to cause more problems, even if those problems are kind of lesser and it's not like Russia attack, you know, not pandemic spread all over the world. If it's not exactly like getting bigger, it's getting smaller, but it's getting fucking just like a mosquito, you know, it's getting more annoying. That's what's going on. And it's just so satisfying to kill the mosquito. Get out of here. That is the ending. We will kill the mosquito, but we have to shrink it first. It's still very, very big problems. Noise is absolutely insanely big problem. Some people don't see it as a big problem, but someone has to solve it, bro. Someone has to step in and kick some ass. And that's what it was. Lefties defeated, out-trumped. Computers buzzing, bro. Blue screen, let's go. No. No, we have to come up with something better than that. We have to remove something that was annoying. Technically, Windows having big balls is annoying, so we kind of chopped them, but like, what could it be? Or is that all we have? It's a good example that Trump survived and he kicked out lefties. Computers survived and they made AI. And billionaires survived. And they continue giving us cool ideas to talk about. I hope. I don't know. Because one vigilante can only kill one billionaire. There's not that many vigilantes. There's even less than there are billionaires. Isn't that interesting? The billionaire problem is a lot bigger than you think. You cannot just smack it as a mosquito. You literally have to sacrifice your life for it. So we have to keep shrinking the problem until we can actually collectively just smack the shit out of it. And we're at 1434. Apocalypse will be over. Thank you for listening.